What's up, guys? Today we are going over the rework for Frost. We're going to be talking all about changes to Frost, and is Frost still a good operator in Rainbow Six Siege, and how good is she, and should you still play her? So first, we're going to go through the video of everything that is actually changed about her, and then we're going to talk about the meta.
It's a great tool for us to be able to get your feedback. We want to have that open dialogue between us, and we want to be able to get this stuff in your hands early and get that feedback and make the best game possible. The ultimate goal of this Frost change is really to allow our players more options in gameplay. We don't want you to be stalled out in a round. We don't want you to
So
be
what do you go through
stuck
the changes first?
and abandoned to like new gameplay opportunities, close to made an adjustment.
Okay, here we
So
go.
right off the bat, Frost is still remaining with 3 traps. So we haven't made an adjustment there. That's the same as it is on live.
3 traps.
If a player finds themselves in a trap, they have 2.5 seconds to remove it off themselves. And what I mean by that is it takes 2.5 seconds to remove it.
So massive change already. Honestly, at higher elo, I don't see this being like that big of a game changer, because most of the time you're going to be a teammate's going to be somewhat near that Frost mat, and 2.5 seconds is plenty of time to secure that kill. It will just stop you being able to put Frost mats wherever you want on the map, because if no one's there to actually, finish that person off, then they can just get picked up. So definitely gonna have to place your Frost mats slightly closer to sight on windows or whatever, and honestly, that's how most people use Frost anyway. So that change, honestly, I don't think is as big of a deal as a lot of people make it out to be.
After that, a 25-second debuff is applied to the player.
25-second debuff. Okay, so first of all, you start with, let me show you that. Right there. You can't see it, but you have 20 health when you stand up. You have 20 health when you stand up, so you are hurt really bad, and
which stops them from sprinting and leaves a blood trail. The blood trail.
So you leave a blood trail and you can't sprint. So even if you get picked up, you're going to be at a massive disadvantage. Granted, before, you just be in the Frost mat until you die. But now, you're able to pick yourself up. But even when you do pick yourself up in those certain situations, like sometimes you will be able to find your opportunity to pick yourself up, it's still going to be very, very hard to make a play afterwards, because it's like you have a leash in your leg. You just can't sprint around.
What we showed at SI. And then on top of that,
it's going to be very hard to hide when you have a little blood trail following you around.
The audio team's done a great job in making sure that there's a lot of sound that can come off that player who's...
And there's a lot of audio cues. So again, like you hit that Frost mat, you pick yourself up, awesome. You can defend yourself, but moving around is going to be a massive challenge. 1, blood trail, and 2, in audio, and 3, you can't even sprint.
So be sure to log into R6 Fix. We'll find the test server section, and you'll find a survey and an area for you to be able to put your comments.
So, first glance, for me, I definitely think that this change isn't really changing Frost too much. Because in my eyes, in terms of a tier list, I would say that Frost is probably about... She's very close to S. I would say that she's a solid A tier. This change, I feel like, doesn't really change how good she is, because plenty of time to deal with that person in the Frost mat. It'll make a lot of noise. You'll hear it. If anyone is even somewhat close, you can secure that kill. It isn't as strong, clearly, but I don't think that would be enough to change Frost from, like, let's say an A tier operator down to like a B or a C tier. Still amazing gun. You have a shotgun and you have a shield. 1.5 scope. Traps are always nice, especially in this current meta. This current meta is very TDM, very, very fast and aggressive. So anything that helps slow that down is always going to be good. And this still helps slow that down, and you can still use these traps to farm kills. When it comes to Frost, honestly, she's a very simple and straightforward operator. You have that 1.5 scope, you place your traps in advance, and you just hold down the side. Like here you see, Chalet, we're holding kitchen. I have a shield set up. I'm holding my ground, a lot of range, and like I have a trap, let's say, on this window of West Main, and I have a window at Trophy, and then I have one at Mud. With one at Mud isn't going to be as easy for me to confirm, but I could, instead of placing it at Mud, I could place it, let's say, up top in bathroom, and if they do hit that Frost mat, I can make floor holes. I literally just walk to West Main and confirm the kill anyways. But still wouldn't be that hard to confirm the kill. So honestly, this entire play, completely the same with the new rework. That's all she wrote. That gun is nuts. Here, another play as Frost, holding on the same map. Boom, we take down Bills. Holding down that staircase. Again, I have my frost mat on bathroom window and some of the west main as well. Trying to hold me from underneath. 1-5 scope. Sledgehammer hitting gun. Trying to hold that bathroom. They jump in. They shoot the frost mat, but it gives me the audio. Taking down Newers. We know when one was on that vert. And we do find the one on vert. Still, again, like I said, Frost is still an amazing operator. There's not enough changing with this rework that I would openly say that Frost is a lot worse now. She is still an amazing operator. I definitely going to put a lot of gameplay into Frost, especially in more comp situations like here. Like this is FPL. I mean, this is a little bit older clip, but this is FPL Face It Pro League with and against pros, and it still works at a very high level. Like you place those frost mats, they jump into it, and either A, they'll hit it, or B, they'll shoot it. Either way, I get an audio cue that I know, like, okay, I need to shift my attention towards that. And if they get down by it, that's just one extra step where I just have to confirm that kill. It's honestly not that hard, and I'll have a lot of, you know, just remember where you place your mats. Don't just throw them around willy-nilly. Have a reason for the mats. Like, I always place my mats, like, under a window, like, trophy window. Yeah, it's easy to deal with, but it forces them to have to deal with it. If they don't, they get hit by a frost mat. But if they deal with it, then I know that someone is at that window, very, very loud, and I'll be able to look at them and, you know, probably win my firefight. And finally, we're at my best clip as Frost. Again, here, not really going to see any craziness happen with the Frost mat. Yeah, trap change is a little annoying, but honestly, it does not affect Frost really that much in terms of just general gameplay at very, very high champion elo. Lower elo, you might run into some issues because, you know, you'll place them randomly and you're not going to remember where your traps are at, or your teammates might not be receptive to when you call out when they hit the trap. But no. But again, amazing gun. You have a shotgun secondary, and you do have traps that you at least going to know, like, okay, someone could not have gone through that window without dealing with that trap. Here, keep my crosser up, pre-firing like crazy. We do body shot down the Zofia. This gun is, I mean, this gun hits like, what, 44 damage with the extended barrel. Like, it hits like a sledgehammer. It shoots pretty slow, but if you can't get the headshot, I mean, if they go crouch in the headshot, it's honestly fine. It just does so much damage. You usually end up on top anyways. Here, I don't even think I have the extended barrel. Boom, we hit the headshot though. Keep that crosser up. Every time we get a kill, we rotate around. We rotate around trying to catch the next guy off guard, so they don't exactly know where I'm at any given point. Always staying mobile. So there's always that element of unknown. You never want to stand in one spot so they get that intel on you and they can just execute. Like, they can just 2v1 you and you can only look one way. I want to try to isolate as many 1v1s as possible here. Looking for the 1v1s, we find them. That's 1v2. I know those one on rappel from the call from Freak. Oh, one walked in kitchen, so now I know one's on rappel, one is walking into the kitchen. So instead of being where I know, you know, they know I'm going to be here, I'm going to go swing the hallway. I find that guy, and we know that one was on rappel, but the guy on rappel was just shooting at me, so he's probably going to be reloading. So we confirm that kill, and then we just duck really quick while the shots come out, and we line up the shot through the window. That was a good shot. Alright guys, that's it for today. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Make sure to comment, subscribe, and throw a like. Helps you out a ton. How do you guys think that this is going to change Frost in the overall general meta? Is it going to improve her? Is it going to make her worse? Or is it just going to make her irrelevant? You guys have all my thoughts on that piece. Let me know what you guys think. Till next time, peace out.